Brethren, welcome to this week's edition of the Thank Goodness It's Friday video blog. Coming up, we have a lovely interview with Vic Griffiths, who is 93 years of age. He talks about his life, including that of being a Freemason. But first, a roundup of the news. One of the questions that I am currently asked a lot is, has Grand Lodge released any updates about the government's roadmap to take us out of lockdown? Their answer is not yet, as we have to wait for further information to be released by the government regarding when we can meet indoors. When this has been released, I'm sure guidance will be released by Grand Lodge. In the meantime, we should all be getting into the starting blocks so that we are ready when the day arrives. The 2025 festival team are planning like crazy to bring us lots of events, starting off with virtual ones. Watch this space as details will be released soon. Don't forget, every penny raised is a penny towards making a difference to somebody's life. This coming Monday, we are releasing a press release about the difference that we have all made during the pandemic, both nationally and locally. Some of the figures are quite staggering. I think that we should all take a big pat on the back for all the hard work that was done by everybody, and we should be really proud of our achievements. We will place a copy on the provincial website. And now, the interview with Vic Griffiths. Thank you, Vic, for joining us for the interview and taking the time to do so. Can you tell our members a little bit about yourself, whereabouts you live in the province, and your Masonic journey so far?
Right, it's I live in Whitstable. I'm married to Maureen, and I was saying, well retired. And did you want to know also my career life? I was my main time I was a travel agent.
Okay, so what lodge do you actually belong to currently, Vic?
Minnis Bay.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I understand that you have been a Freemason for many, many years. Can you remember how many?
Well, 1974 I joined in Bromley. It was 1974. And I was introduced to Masonry by a very, very good friend called Lou Moore. He introduced me into Masonry, and then I've gone through since then. But Richard, I've got to be fair that I had difficulty with memory-wise, and I've never really gone through the chair. But I've always been attending many, many, many meetings and been all over the place. And I've also been to Denmark with the lodge, the Wickham Court Lodge. So I found that was also very, very interesting. And once or twice abroad, I've been abroad, and I've attended a meeting.
Brilliant. And now, I mean, the key is the fact that you know, a lot of us can't actually remember a lot of ritual, but the key thing is have you enjoyed your 47 years so far?
When I first joined, I had a difficulty. I found it very, very difficult to get to grips with it. But gradually, bit by bit, I've got to enjoy it more. And since I've been to Minnis Bay, which I suppose is the best part of about 11 years now, I've enjoyed my Masonry very, very much.
Brilliant. And I take it you've been given lots of fantastic support by the lodge.
Yes, the Minnis Bay, the friendliness and the support has been excellent.
Fantastic. Now, the lodge that you joined 47 years ago, as I understand, was the Wickham Court Lodge in
right.
West Kent.
That's right.
So you've only ever been a member of two lodges, i.e. the Wickham Lodge and Minnis Bay.
That's all. Yes, that's right. And then then I'm an organist. I'm the organist for the moment, guest organist for the Emergency Services Lodge.
Fantastic. And are you an organist for any other lodge?
No, no, no. Just these two. This, frankly, I think this is quite enough at the moment. When you're 93, it isn't. It's a lot.
So
But
tell me,
I still enjoy it.
so tell me, how did you, well, when did you first start to play or learn to play the organ?
And when I was 40 years of age, I took this on. I took this. I took on. I suddenly got it. My father was a pianist, and to his regret, I didn't follow it up. But why I should pick it up when I was about 40, I don't know. But I've enjoyed every minute of it since.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely fantastic. And not a lot of people know this, but my dad was a pianist, and likewise, he was quite disappointed that whilst I did take up and I became a professional pianist in my early life, but I actually gave it up regrettably, and have never touched it since until today. And I did actually have a go at trying to learn how to play the organ, but I just could not convert it.
Well, I think you suggest you ought to go, if you get a test run, go and try clavinova.
Okay. But anyway, the purpose here this evening of actually sort of, well, actually, before we move on, do you want to tell us about your career and your business that you had for many years?
I had a travel agent. I had 5 travel agencies. In At the peak of them, I had 5, and I started in the travel business in 1958. I retired when I was 65, but I still kept the business on for about another 7 or 8 years. So I used to work occasionally and help out here and there and go on what we call the educationals. But about 2004, just before it sold, I spent nearly 2 months working solidly in the travel agency because there's shortage of staff. So I went back and worked for 2 months solidly. But it was a job. People have often said to me, "What was it like being a travel agent? What was it like to have a job that was your hobby?" And that sums it up very well. To me, travel, geography was my best subject at school, and travel, I enjoyed every minute. I didn't, you had your ups and downs, of course, financially, and bits and pieces and all that sort of thing. But having travelled the world and seen many things, it's, as you can imagine, it's you've seen an insight to many things in the world.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been fantastic being able to travel as part of your occupation. But
Yeah.
tell me, Vic, tell everybody. I mean, obviously today the world has changed dramatically. So how did you get involved in Zoom meetings?
Right. It all started with Minish Bay when on their lodge instruction night, which is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, they set it up, and I can log in, and same with my son and my daughter and various friends. They send me like you did tonight. You send me the invitation. I log in, and this is how it works. But as I would have difficulty in me arranging for a lodge, I'm afraid it's just seems too complicated for me. But I accept when people come in and say, "Look, we've got a lodge meeting," I can check in and listen to what's going on and put my views if necessary.
Well, no, that's excellent. And so, what's it meant? But bearing in mind we've been in lockdown for a year, so what's it meant to you for being able to use Zoom?
Well, to use Zoom to be able to speak to my son and my daughter, and where necessary, and friends in the travel business, and to also have the Masons every Thursday night. We have a general chat for 40 minutes, which is a time allotted, and we have a general chat. It's excellent.
Brilliant. So, are you, after lockdown, when we're able to meet? Are you looking forward to actually getting back to the meetings and being able to be with all your friends?
Oh Lord, yeah. I mean, say when it's not only have you got good friendship there, you also have a bit of a laugh, and you know it. You know, you have this companionship, and we all have a chat afterwards around the bar. You know, you have that nice little chat. So Thursday nights is always a very, very pleasurable night. And all the time, I'm strange enough, I'm learning a bit more.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely spot on. So tell everybody, if there was one thing in the world that you could change, what do you think it would be?
I've been thinking about it all day, but it's such a difficult question to answer because it's the world today, it changes on a day-to-day business. I would like to see more. I'd like to see more calm with the world, but the world is in such a state that I'd just like to see more friendship and more friendliness. There does seem to be a lot of hostility, and I just wish to goodness that there could be this unity together, you know. But I don't think it will be. But so that's all. That's what I wish for.
Yeah, no, and I think that's all we could all wish for, really. And if the truth be known, so. But Vic, thank you ever so much for joining us for the interview. That's been absolutely fantastic, and I look forward to coming to Minis Bay in the future and meeting with you and having a little drink with you.
Right. Okay, Richard. And thank you very, very much. And I wish you well. And it looks like you've got a lot of work on your plate.
Well, brethren and companions, that's it for this week's edition of the Thank Goodness It's Friday video blog. And don't forget, if you would like something to appear on the video blog, please get in touch with me at the following email address. Until next week, keep your heads buried in the little blue book and of course the red book as well. And above all, stay safe.